Hello everyone, this is PJ Cook again, and I'm out again today flying drones. So trying out the new FPV drone with the motion controller, which as you just saw in the graphic that I won on an eBay auction for 84 bucks, regularly $195. Not too shabby. It is way different flying with just one hand with a couple of your fingers versus the standard controller with two hands and all the normal controls. So it takes a while getting used to, but it's kind of cool because it's kind of like flying with a F-16 side stick or something. So definitely fun. And as you see, I'm going up the street and I see a blue car in the middle of the road. That's okay, that's Fred's wife, Elaine. And Fred's a drone guy, so she's used to seeing drones flying around the neighborhood. So I wouldn't want to scare somebody by flying close to them, of course. So again, she's very much used to it. So just flying down the street, then I'll slowly pitch up and add some acceleration. And you see it climbs real nicely. Now there's a lot of sun right there, so it's just kind of washing out the screen a little bit. So we turn towards south, and whoa, look at that big bird. Might see him again. So flying around the church a little bit. That's Countryside Baptist Church, you'll see directly below me. And as I'm turning on the screen itself in the goggles, you see it's got, oh, look at the bird. It's coming at me close by. So what's nice is on the goggle screen, there is a little H that comes up and tells you where you're at. So that's your home point. So that's kind of cool. So it keeps you from getting lost, of course. So I'm cruising down the street again, looking for my house, closing on in. And again, this is all in normal mode. So it's in the slowest speed the drone is capable of. And tally-ho, I'm just about to fly over myself. And bingo, just flew over me. Flying around. You see a brake left up here. If you look, that waterway is Old Tampa Bay. So that's the north end of Old Tampa Bay up there. So headed northbound, cutting back around, going back to south. And about to overfly the house again. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, mark, directly overhead. And flying in a south-southwest direction. And if you see that big white tower out there, that's the Verizon cell tower, which gave me a fit the last time I flew today. So this is the third actual time I've flown this DJI FPV drone. And they do fly a lot different from the normal DJI drones. Absolutely. I did buy the master air screw propellers that propel it up to 101 mile per hour. And of course the FAA limit is 100. So I surely wouldn't go for that extra 1 mile an hour. And just doing a nice gentle turn. Looks like that bird is going to leave me alone this time. So flying back around. Everyone's got some beautiful roofs around here. It's a great development. This is Rainbow Farm South development in Safety Harbor, beautiful Safety Harbor, Florida. Cruising down, and we just got our roads redone a couple years ago, so the roads are very nice. And we make a right turn, head back to the house. Cruise by these palm trees. Not quite brave enough to cruise down low in between the palm trees because we still have a lot of traffic. And as you see, we got a lot of tree guys working on trees today. So we have a lot of big trucks around. So I surely wouldn't want to fly to those. There's my house with the flagpole. Another quick flyby. Now I just switched over to sport mode, and you should be able to see a difference in the speed. So I take it up to about 45, 50 mile an hour right here. And the guy slowed down for his curve, so don't need to chase him. But I'll accelerate across here so you can see a little difference in speed. Pretty darn quick. And you have to switch over to manual mode to get the full throttle experience. But still, it's a pretty darn fast drone. See, I'm just screaming up the street right now. Way, way quicker than last time. And again, buzzing the church. Trying to keep away from the roof. Don't want to bother anybody. And I'll roll out and head back to the house. definitely a lot of fun. Not quite as good as flying an Air Force aircraft, but you know, what the heck? It's good stuff. There I am, straight down below. And I could point this drone straight down. What I did notice, if you go all the way down like this and start a dive, if you have the gimbal, the camera itself on the gimbal turned all the way down, you see that shutter? So that's the gimbal motor overloading if you just keep it depressed all the way down. So I'm sure it's not too good for the drone to do that. Got a lot of markings on the street. Looks like they're going to do something with the water. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll see what happens. And do a little turn. Proudly sporting the American flag and the 16th SOS Spectre flag out front. So make my way between these big oaks without crashing, tapping any of the leaves. And I should have sucked in my belly right here, but oh well, sorry. And as you go down, you can see the one controller in my right hand. So that is what I'm flying with completely. And you just tilt it any direction you want to go. And then it's got a little squeeze trigger, which is the actual throttle itself for the drone. So that little tiny motion controller does it all. It's kind of fun. I wouldn't recommend doing it standing up though. You get a little bit of motion sickness. So it's much better. You always see FPV guys sitting in a chair, well normally, or else standing with their legs spread a little bit for stability. And that's what I'm trying to do there. And I got my World War II goggles on there. All right, well, I'm just going to cruise to a landing. So thanks for everybody for hanging with me, and hope you had fun on this little flight like I did. I always enjoy flying them no matter what I'm doing. So it's fun. And again, just trying to spin my wrist around to see how quick the thing turns. It's pretty darn fast. And there you see there's the wood chipper there to chip up the tree debris from the neighbor's house is getting worked on. Just kind of cruising around here and looking for a good place to land. And this is probably good as anywhere else. So let me slide on over and put it down. Here we come. 3, 2, 1, mark on the ground. Thanks, everyone.